Hello friends, welcome to the second video of solution of question papers from Haryana board. In this video I am going to solve all 2 marks questions. So keep on watching. Second question, which is of 2 marks. So in this video I am going to discuss all the 2 marks question. Here is the second question. An object is moving with a constant acceleration. Draw time velocity and time displacement graphs for the object. As question is given, a that is equal to dv by dt, that is constant here, it is given. So here is the change in velocity with respect to time, but one should clear in mind that the graph to be drawn is time velocity and time displacement graphs. Generally all types of graphs we draw in exercises are velocity time graph and displacement time graph. Here it is specially written that the graph is time velocity and time displacement. So we should care about this. And if we draw the graphs in this direction, we should take time, and in this direction velocity. So the graph will be oblique straight line because velocity and time are continuously changing, acceleration is constant, so that will be oblique straight line. So this is the velocity time velocity graph. Now moving towards the time displacement graph, in this direction I am taking time, and in this direction I am taking displacement. So the graph will be somewhat like this, continuously changing. So this will be the graph. In general cases, the displacement time graph, as we discussed earlier, in this direction we take time and in this direction we take displacement, then the graph was somewhat like this. But here, this is the right option. So we shouldn't draw like this, but we should draw like this. So this was the second question. Now moving towards the third question. In third question, it says that if a physical quantity is P, that is equal to A cube B square divided by C, and the percentage error in measurement of A, B and C are 1%, 2% and 3%. 1% is the error in A, 2% is the error in B and 3% is the error in C. Find the maximum percentage error in the measurement of physical quantity. So to find the percentage error, we should write like this. That is 3 multiplied by delta A by A multiplied by 100 plus, as errors get added, that is 2 delta B by B multiplied by hundreds plus, as C is here, C have no powers, so that is 1 delta C by C and multiplied by 100. So this is the total error which will be in the formula, that is in P. So in P the errors will be like this. So to solving this, we get that is 3 multiplied by 1% is there, 1 multiplied by 100, that is this much, plus 2 multiplied by, that is, this is given 2%, plus 3 multiple, sorry, 1 is here, no, 3 is not there, 3 was there, 3% is there, 3%. So if we write, that is 3 plus 4 plus 3, that is equal to 10%. So error in P in the formula is 10%. So this is the method to find the error in the formula. Now moving towards the next question. Now question number 4. It says that state Newton's second law of motion, define SI unit of force. If we define the Newton's second law, we can simply say that the definition may be there. I am just speaking, not writing here. In an inertial frame of reference, the vector sum of forces on an object is equal to the mass of the object and multiplied with acceleration of the object. So mathematically, if we want to write this Newton's second law, we can simply write that is F is equal to mass into acceleration, and SI unit of this force, that is equal to Newton. So it is written by F. And we know that 1 Newton is equal to mass 1 kilogram and acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So we can simply write that is force acting on object is said to be 1 Newton if it produces an acceleration of 1 meter per second square in a body of mass 1 kilogram. So this is the definition of this force, unit of the force. So this was the question number 4. Since the questions are of 2 marks, 2 definitions are sufficient here. Now, moving towards the question number 5. It says that explain work energy theorem. Now, work energy principle simply states that work done in displacing a body by the force is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the body. Mathematically, if you want to write, we can simply say that this work that is equal to change in kinetic energy. If you want to draw the expression for this, so we can say that small amount of the work done in displacing an object through a small displacement ds is this much. We can simply write that is F is equal to mass into acceleration into ds, that can be written like this, that is m dv by dt into ds. This can be written like this, m dv ds by dt. So m dv into v, since ds by dt displacement upon time is v, that is equal to mv dv. Now this was the small amount of work done. Now total work done, if velocity changes from u to v. So this total work done will be integration of this expression, that is mv dv from u to v. Sorry, u to v. So this is m, that is equal to v square by 2 u, and here is v. We can write simply that is m half upper limit minus lower limit, half v square minus half u square, somewhat like this. So writing here, we can simply make this work done w, m multiplying this m inside this, that is half m v square minus half m u square. This is the final kinetic energy and this was the initial kinetic energy. So work done is used to change the kinetic energy of the object. So this is the work energy principle. This was the question number 5. Now question number 6. It says that average distance of the sun from a planet is 4 times in comparison to the average distance of sun from the earth. Find the time period of revolution of the planet. As we know that by Kepler's law, that is t square is directly proportional to r cube. Since no planet terms, mass, etc. is given here, so we just write this like this, that is t square is equal to kr cube, where k is constant That depends upon the planet. We shouldn't need to concentrate on this particular. So just going to solve this. If t is the time period of earth and tp is the time period of planet and re is the radius of earth and sorry, distance of earth, and rp is the distance of planet. Now it is said that if we put all these terms, we can simply write for earth, we can write that is te square is equal to kre cube, and for planet we can write that is tp square that is equal to krp cube. Now here it is given that 4 times, that is the distance from the sun of the planet is 4 times that of earth. So rp that is equal to 4 times that of earth. So taking the ratio of these two, we get that is T square divided by Te square that is equal to KRP cube divided by KRE cube. That is equal to cancelling K with K. We get, and putting the value of RP from here, we get that is equal to 4RE and the cube of this divided by RE cube. We get 64 RE cube divided by RE cube. Cancelling RE, that is equal to 64. So from here we can write that is TP square is equal to 64 times of Earth. Now it is in squares and we have to find out the exactly. So taking the square root on both sides, we get that is 8 times of Earth. So the time period of that planet is 8 times the time period of Earth. So this was the question number 6. Now moving towards the question number 7. This is the question number 7. It says that a force of 160 Newton is applied on a nail with tip has a cross-sectional area of 0.004 centimeter square. Calculate the pressure on the tip. So here it is given that the force F that is equal to 160 Newton and area that is equal to 0.004 centimeter square is here. So we have, this is in SI units and this is in CGS unit. So we have to convert this CGS unit to SI unit. So converting this to the SI units, 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 centimeter square, and it is multiplied or by 10 to the power minus 4 or divided by 10 to the power 4, that is simply, so we can convert this 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 4 meter. So we can simply write the area is equal to 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 7 meter square. So this is the area of this. Now we have to find out the pressure, as we know that pressure is equal to force per unit area. Here force is given 160 Newton and area is 4 into 10 raised to the power 7 meter square. So we can simply write that is 4 that is 40 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 7 was this. So on going outside this becomes 10 raised to the power 7. So 4 into 10 raised to the power 8. So this is the pressure. Now writing the units, that is pressure is equal to 4 into 10 to the power 8 Pascal. So this is the answer for this. So this was the question number 7. Now moving towards the question number 8. It says that what is the first law of thermodynamics? Explain adiabatic process on the basis of first law of thermodynamics. Now first law of thermodynamics states that, we can simply write here, I am just writing, that is, it states that first law of thermodynamics states that amount of heat applied to the system system capable of doing some work or doing some work is used to increase in internal energy and external work done by the system. Mathematically, we can write that is this dq that is equal to du plus dw. So this is the first law of thermodynamics, that is dq is the heat supply to the system, du is in internal energy, and dw work done. So it is used to. Now the second part of this question explain adiabatic process on the basis of first law of thermodynamics. So during adiabatic process, as we know that during adiabatic process, no transfer of heat is allowed from system to surroundings and vice versa. So in this particular case, dq is equal to 0. So we can write this expression like this, that is 0 is equal to du plus dw. When gas expands adiabatically, dw is positive, so du must be negative and hence temperature will fall. So temperature will fall according to this expression, that is dw is equal to minus du. One is positive, another is negative. So this is the adiabatic expression or process. Now moving towards the ninth question. It says that write the formula for acceleration of a particle executing simple harmonic motion and draw acceleration time graph. Formula for a particle executing simple harmonic motion. So simple harmonic motion is there, and in case of simple harmonic motion we can simply write that y, I am just writing here, as displacement y is given by r sine omega t, where omega is the angular frequency, r is the amplitude, and y is the displacement, and velocity v, that is equal to dy by dt, that can be written like this, dy by dt of r sine omega t, and solving this we get that is r omega cos omega t. So this is the velocity. Now moving towards the acceleration, a, that is equal to dv by dt. So we have to differentiate one more time this. So we get d by dt, that r omega cos omega t. So r omega square cos omega t is equal to sine omega t with negative sign. So this will be the acceleration. As r sine omega t is here, we can simply write that is a, that is equal to minus omega square, and this is y. So we can say y. So the formula for this is a is equal to minus omega square y, and if mathematically you want to write in terms of sign, you can also write like this, that is y square omega square r sine omega t. So this is the acceleration. Now it is saying that and draw its acceleration time curve, how acceleration and time are related. One should clear in mind that here a and y are directly proportional, means acceleration and displacement are directly proportional, but it is asking about the acceleration time graph. Formula, write this formula, you can also write like this, omega square r sine, that is 2 pi by t into t. So at t is equal to 0, when time is 0, acceleration is 0. So drawing the formula, I am just trying to write somewhat like this. See this, in this direction I am taking time, and in this direction I am taking acceleration. So when t is equal to 0, this is 0. When t is equal to t by 4 means 90 degree. So we can write that is 2 pi by t into t by 4 to 2, that is pi by 2. When we put the value of this pi by 2, so this will be minus 1, that is equal to, if we want to solve this formula, we can simply write that is a is equal to minus omega square r. Negative sign is there. Negative sign means if we talk about, here is the half, that is equal to t by 2. So if I write that is here is t by 4, then this must be negative, and maximum value of negative will be somewhat like this. So the curve will be somewhat like this, and this is the maximum value of this, that is equal to minus omega square. Now the graph will be somewhat like this. So this is the graph for acceleration time. So in this way we can solve these questions. So this was all about the questions carrying 2 marks. 3 marks question will be discussed in different video, which you can get subscribing the channel and click on notification icon. Thank you very much.